3. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Andre The Beast Crayton Show, backed by popular demand, where it all started. Reputation to reward, the one, the only, the Branthopist herself. Damn, I'm glad I can say that word right.
You're so good. You got it now. Come on, we in season 3, 4, 5. I don't even know where we are at this point. Because sometimes I go MIA, right? Okay, don't say it. You cannot talk about me. I'm gonna just let you know, viewers. I looked up and I think my name was removed from the bill. And then guess what? He messed up though. He calls himself being slick, but he messed up and took a whole bunch of stuff out. And guess who he had to call to fix it? You. Correct. You. Okay, so don't try it again.
Yeah. Well, we always consider ourselves the new Batman and Robin.
Okay, there you go.
So I know where we stand. I know where we start. I know where we're going in the future. But welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
It all started with reputation to reward. And I'm going to tell you where we're going with this, reputation to reward. You always have to have a starting point and vision.
Yes.
And a lot of times when we're young, we don't recognize visions because people just call us, say that we're dreaming. You're living in a dream world, fantasy.
But focused on the day-to-day.
Yeah. But the show today is really about reputation to reward with this young man that is about to come on the show because he's starting young. He's the number one recruit.
Oh, wow.
Going in
from
football. Yeah. Get real. We always get the best of the best. We get the news before CBS, before Fox. Wow. But he's number one.
That's impressive. That's impressive. It takes a lot to be number one. You know what I mean?
You mentioned something during the pre-interview, the responsibility that the word number one has. Elaborate on that a little bit before we introduce our guest.
Yeah, well, I think anything, when you think about where you're going to be in life, this is what I tell people, this whole thing about competition it's just fun. You know what, that now they do it like you go to school and the young kids, everybody gets a trophy. I don't believe in that because that's not real life. Mm-hmm. You don't need to get a trophy. I believe you got to create some teamwork. But I believe to be number one is a mindset. Mm-hmm. That's a mindset. That's something that you have to instill in yourself, the belief that you're capable of being better than most, if not the best in the game, the GOAT, right? And that requires first a lot of, to me, mental preparedness, mental agility, mental focus before it ever becomes physical.
Let me go here real quick. You got me going now. Let me go here. Is this a behavior that is crafted when you're young and you don't know it, and then you keep that beast mindset or that mentality because you got it? You can tell the way you talk. You can tell by your career. So to go back to the question in general, I'm just asking you, do you think this is something that is instilled when you're young and some people have it when they're young and they home in on it versus someone who doesn't have it, that defragmented?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I think you can really get it at any time. It's when you choose to change that mindset. But based on your environment, based on who you surround yourself with has a lot to do with how you really cultivate that mindset. So if you're in a home setting where you're constantly being taught, that you can do anything you want to do. Because that was my situation. I came from a household. It was a broken home, single parent household. However, my mother told me you can be anything you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. And she said it over and over again. And so if you keep your child in that mindset of knowing no matter what the obstacles, they are great, they're good, they can achieve it, they can do it. They start to believe that and at a young age, the younger you do it, the better, because then you don't have to get into the position where right now, what I do with my coaching is I have to pull out the limiting beliefs. I have to demystify, deprogram, help people unlearn things that they learn so that they can thrive, right? But if you get that young, you're ahead of most. That's a blessing. And I think this young man has it. I think this young man has it. Let's go. Let's go.
Let me tell you about this young man. Number one recruit, great sense of humor, truly a baller on the field, off the field, great family values. That's welcome to the show. I'm gonna let you introduce him because you do it better than me. Give me a great introduction.
No other than the number one recruit, high school, big baller shot caller, Mr. William Geddis. Hi, William. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
You got to figure out what we're going to call you. You got a nickname? They call you
Will. It's just Will.
Will. Well,
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
you start, by the time you get to college, you're going to do something. You're going to make some kind of move and watch. You're going to end up with a nickname.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
That's how it starts. You're going to do something and you'll get that nickname. But welcome to the show. We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
Before
Thank you.
we go too far, can you just share a little bit about who you are, where you came from, how you actually got to the number one status and so forth? If you could just give the viewers a little bit of that.
Well, I'm originally from Orangeburg, South Carolina. I've been playing football since I was about 5, 6 years old. And then I moved to Swansea, South Carolina, my 7th grade year. And then 8th grade year, I played B team football. And then leading into that summer, I went every day to summer practice. I put in tons of work. And then my freshman year is when I got put on varsity. So I was a varsity. I was put on varsity at 13 years old. So I was playing varsity football at 13. And then...
But that's not normal, right? That's not normal.
No, that's not normal.
It's not normal. Well, I don't want to, get a big head or whatever, but it's not normal. Just being honest.
William, what was the homing devices that you think led you to become a varsity player? Because I play sports and varsity is hard to get there, but you're young. What do you think were some of the contributing factors that the coaches were looking at that allowed you to take that leap into the varsity arena?
Well, my coach actually told me the reason was because how hard I would go in the weight room. So no matter how in the classroom, weight room, it all applies to how hard you do something, no matter what it is. That's how I look at things. So I feel like if you put 100% at everything you do, then the sky's the limit. So me being in the weight room, going hard every day, and then when that time came to step on the field and put your helmet on and stuff, then the seniors, the juniors, I would go hard against them every day. I guess that just led me to me having a spot on the field. Yes, sir.
What position are you playing?
Middle linebacker.
Wow. Are you good? Say heck yeah, I'm good.
I feel like in order to be good at something, you have to think of yourself as good before anybody else thinks of yourself as good. I mean, I don't like saying it. I like hearing people's opinions because it just drives me more. But I feel like in order to be good, you have to think that you're, somewhat good. You have to instill that confidence.
What led you down to football? You started at such a young age and you're still young. You haven't, even completed high school yet. But what was the contributing factors that led you into football versus baseball, basketball, and any other sport at that age?
Well, my family. So I grew up like 3 steps away from my cousins. So me, my brother, my cousins, we all used to just be out in the front yard having fun with a football. And it just happened to be football. And once I got old enough to start playing, I played, and ever since then, it just excites me.
How did you wind up picking the position linebacker?
I don't know. I feel like, well, really it's because the middle linebacker is basically like the quarterback of the defense. So like people like positions on a defense really should know their position, but I feel like a middle linebacker should know every position on the field. And I feel like my coach, he instilled that in me, and he believed that I can take initiative and be a leader on the team. So me playing middle linebacker shows like I can accept responsibility and stuff like that, and I can lead my teammates to being successful.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is amazing. Let Mom slide in for a quick second. Mom,
Yes,
you have got to be proud.
I am very
So
proud.
Yes.
Very.
And how do you keep him grounded and truly focused so that the head doesn't get big? Because you can imagine a lot of people say you're good, you're great, you're this, you're that. How do you handle that?
Well, honestly, I can't take the credit from that for that because I'm always, and he says I'm the one who's always just over exaggerating. So I'm like more of the booster. Now his dad, on the other hand, he's the one that keeps him humble and grounded. But I make sure that he continue to still have that childhood because, like I said, he's out there starting at 13, out there with 19-year-olds. So it was, some of the things or the activities that they would, be involved in or what have you. He was still too young to do. So we still made sure we kept him at that age and made sure that he still, was treated age appropriate.
Nice.
Speaking of the age appropriate and you being a mom and moms, you're a mother, you can be a little bit overprotective. What are some of your concerns though? Because you're talking a physical sport that only gets more physical as he starts to evolve from college and hopefully into the NFL.
So like he explained earlier, all his cousins are older than him. So he's the baby boy. So you could only imagine they used to go in. And as he always started off because of his weight and his size. So he always played with older kids. But my main concern is, and I tell him this all the time, if I could, I'll wrap him in bubble wrap. But I always tell him to just be careful, be mindful, always keep your ears and eyes open, because when you're on that field, you have people all around that can be jealous, just aiming for you to do anything. So I leave with a lot of prayer. And I tell him, play smart, because you still have your whole career and your life ahead of you.
That's smart. That is very smart, because we know that football in particular, the typical span is pretty short. So it's like you got to even be thinking beyond that, right? And becoming that savvy businessman so you can make power moves. So how do you keep your grades together?
I get AB honor roll since I think 8th grade. I feel like it's not nowadays, they done made it so easy to the point where you just can't fail. I feel like if you just do your work, there's no failing for real. But I know taking that extra step to stay in the AB honor roll range is you just gotta understand that collegiate athletes aren't just athletes. You also have to put in work in the classroom in order to stay a college athlete. So I feel like me wanting to play college football so bad, it leads me to, doing my work in school first.
I just saw that. That's interesting. I just saw it came out. Deion Sanders, the whole team 3.0 and greater.
Yeah.
The whole team. I mean, when you just kind of demand that level of excellence, from your players.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna get right to the nitty gritty. You're the number one recruit. Just crazy. And let me first of all say thank you for coming on to our show to share your story. I want to first say that. But the bigger question is, when you become a number one recruit, every college is coming after you. Give me the top 5 that you're looking at in no particular order.
All right. Thank you for having me. But my top 5 would probably be.
If you don't say my favorite school, I'm going to stop the interview right off the bat.
You don't get to leave witness.
Okay, so Michigan.
Okay, Big Ten.
Michigan. South Carolina, University of South Carolina.
Okay.
Tennessee.
Okay, Peyton Manning School.
Tennessee. Bama.
Okay.
I knew he was going to say, you got to get that one in there.
Bama. And if you throw Bama in there, you got to say Georgia.
Wow.
And for the last one.
2 more. Give me 2 more.
He just wants you to see his school.
Yeah. Give me 2 more.
Okay, well, I like Penn State. And this is probably not your favorite one, but I like Virginia Tech's atmosphere.
Okay, well, I'll let you. You, baby, come on.
Oh, the University of Miami?
Yeah, come on, man.
Hurricanes.
Come on now.
So at what point, okay, so what grade are you in right now?
I'm a junior.
Junior, okay. So at what point do they really start coming at you guys hard? I mean, and what does that look like?
Ever since my freshman year, really.
Wow.
But it's been mail, letters, messages, in person when I go to camps, stuff like that.
Mama jerk, because that's what I'm gonna call you now, Mama jerk. Because I know you like I got to manage this because this could get out of hand real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The travel,
the travel,
traveling, just making sure that he even though he's young, that he's able to handle himself when they do reach out through social media. So it's a lot, but it's worth it. But yeah, it's very busy with the emails, the letters. And Miami is one of the schools that we get a postcard or a letter from almost on a weekly basis.
All about you.
Oh,
You know
yes.
what pick was in the draft, right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, just making sure that we keep everything, on the calendar, reading all his emails, making sure that he's very open with us to let us know if somebody contact him, we have a conversation, so just basically just making sure that he knows what to do.
And so then when do you make a decision? Is that the senior
That's
year?
National Signing Day.
Senior year. I think our signing day here in South Carolina was last week. I think Thursday. So around this time next year is when I'll be making that decision. Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you a question. And you brought up something, social media and the power of social media and making sure that you present the right image now at such a young age. We saw what happened to Shakur and Deion Sanders, and it just goes to show you the power of the media and social media. How do you keep yourself grounded that you don't get really caught up in it? Because I don't think it's fair to make you grow up too soon. But because you come with that number one title, there's also that pressure and exposure. How do you navigate that and still allow yourself to be a teenager and enjoy the enjoyment of social media and so forth?
Oh, well, I feel like I take after my dad because my dad's not really a social media guy. But when I am on social media, it's just football. I just post football, and that's really it. I don't really do much else on social media. Like my TikTok has an algorithm, and it's just football on my For You page. Just football and funny videos. That's really it.
So is it prom time there?
Prom time here in South Carolina?
Yes.
It was yesterday.
Prom. You go
prom.
to prom.
Oh, yes. Prom. Our prom was last week, Saturday. Last weekend.
Did you go?
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You didn't go?
I will wait for my senior year. I don't feel like, I don't know. I just want the whole experience my senior year. So junior year wasn't really.
Now I know this is kind of.
At senior year can be a whirlwind. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's called a pregame. We getting you ready for all these interviews that's getting ready to come. This is what this is, the pregame. Because you're going to have a lot of them. And let me tell you something that I know. So when you think about it, I'm a branding expert, right? And so when you think about your brand, one of the things you always want to just be mindful is I want to represent myself in the public the way I want people to see me.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't allow somebody else to be able to define you, because they will.
I know where we're going with this.
But don't allow them to define you. You make sure that you put out the image through your actions, through your words, through your deeds of how you want to be perceived. That is so huge, because I tell you what I just ran across the other day, and it was amazing to me. There was an interview that was done with Tiger Woods when he was young. There was an interview that was done with Serena Williams when she was young. Yeah. And these reporters tried to question them, feeling like they were the best. Well, what do you mean you're the best? Well, how can you say you're the best? When Tiger Woods went in there, it was his first championship, and the guy laughed at him and told him, "Oh, you'll learn."
Yes.
Over here. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, ma'am. I saw that. Yes, ma'am.
And so the point I'm making is that there's going to be these people out there. Don't you allow anybody to dim your light, because the truth of it is that, again, if you believe it, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to get out there and perform. And
Yes,
they
ma'am.
will do that. These people will intentionally come after you because they're intimidated by our greatness. And you have a great future ahead of you. So don't put yourself in any position where you can mess that up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I told my kids all the time, never allow somebody to take your options away from you.
Mhm.
Don't you allow somebody to be able to take your options away from you.
Yes, ma'am.
And it just be that one little thing that seems so innocent.
You sound like a caring mother over here.
Oh,
Yeah, I was listening to like
well.
some of that stuff you're saying is what my mom says.
But think about it. How many athletes have I talked to?
I get it.
I talk to athletes,
I get it.
And really help them understand, because typically there's nobody there for you guys in that way. And that's why sometimes dumb decisions are made, right? Or dumb choices are made. And it's just like what you will be allowed to get away with and what maybe your counterpart to be allowed to get away with are two different things.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You look at them and they'll slap them on the wrist, and then you'll get hung by the toes. So just be mindful of that.
With that said, Mama Bear. With that said,
Just look it out. I love our people. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
with that said, let's go deeper. You're getting ready to become a senior. You got colleges coming after you. And I'm just being hypothetical here. And I know you work with a great supporting cast with your older cousins and your mom and your dad. But let's just say, for instance, let's talk outside of football. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Let's say football is off the charts right now. I know you're embedded in it. I'm an athlete. I know how that is. But we got to think, what if? There's always,
The next.
What do you plan to do? What do you want to do? If football is out of the equation right now and you had to go to college, what are you going to do?
Major in broadcasting journalism
Love
to become a sports broadcaster.
Wow. Who's your favorite sportscaster?
Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Okay.
I mean, he's everywhere. It's hard not to
And
like.
now you just messed up the interview.
Oh,
Look, I'm pretty Stephen A. Smith would definitely love that. He is a great sportscaster. And it's funny, he gets a lot of ridicule, but I tell people
he said something smart the other day, and I commented that that's probably about the most brilliant thing he said in a while.
The thing about Stephen A. Smith versus other journalism or people that's in that field is he's not afraid to be what you just said, authentic. And more importantly, he does his job. His job is to do what? Sports. No matter how ugly it may seem, no matter how bad you may say, his job is to do sports. You may not like his outcome, but that's his job, and he does a great job at it. So that's a great role model for you.
There you have it.
And you heard that from me. And I like Stephen A. Smith better, as it facts. So let's go back to more questions. What's it like for you to be, what's the pressure like to be number one at such a young age?
Well, I don't really look at it as pressure. I just look at it as people wanting you to be great. So people wanting me to be great. It's just giving me that drive to, I can't let these people down. I can't let them down. But at the same time, I don't want that to be the only reason that I do what I do. Mm-hmm. So I also got to look at the fun aspect of it and just make sure that everybody understands that, I'm doing this not only for myself, but for us.
How do you keep from getting burnt out? As a former athlete, I had a great career. I got burnt out at an older age in 2005. I was just didn't want to do it anymore.
Well, how do you running around here in little skivvies all over he was a national champion bodybuilder. Okay, so.
But you're in the gym all the time. And I think it comes to the point to where, and people say, well, why did you quit? And I was like, I really got burnt out. I didn't have the thrill of the game anymore. How do you, at such a young age, keep from having to burn out? Because you got so much responsibility. And what I'm saying is, I don't want you to get burnt out. You know what I mean? And stuff. So how do you keep that
Keep it
fuel
fresh.
going?
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh. But more importantly, it seems as if let me put it the right way, because I'm going on what you said. You still have to try to please everybody at the same time, even though you don't think you're doing it. You're still doing it. So how do you keep all this departmental? How do you departmentalize? What I say?
You said department.
What I say? What's the word?
Compartmentalize.
Compartmentalize. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you. Answer the question, young man.
Well, so the reason, the way I don't get burnt out is because I feel like there's always room for improvement. And I feel like the more and more I play, the more and more I practice, is like me reaching perfection. And nobody's perfect. So for me not to be able to reach that is just gonna keep making me go until I can't no more. But also in another department is me knowing that I want to fulfill my dreams and everybody else hopes for me. I got to understand that it's my body. So if I go out there and I play 100% just so everybody else feel happy and I end up hurting myself, I got to live in this body for the rest of my life. So I got to take that into accountability, because I understand it's good making everybody happy. It feels good to make everybody happy, but sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you got to make someone mad. Sometimes you got to mess up. It's a part of life. And I just understand that. And I feel like that's the reason why.
Because sometimes I look at some of these sports and these guys are playing real hurt. And literally they'll wrap them up, inject them with something to numb it, and then they're still playing. It's
money. It's business.
It can be brutal.
It's business.
Yeah. But at whose cost, right?
That's a good question.
But at whose cost? Yeah, it's business for them, but they're not the ones out on the field taking the pounding.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so definitely be careful. And I know they've taken some strides to make some of the equipment a little bit better so that, you don't have all the concussions and injuries that have been in the past, but still the inevitable. But definitely that's powerful.
Let me ask a question before you go.
Okay.
Before you ask.
Because then.
So my next question is: you have two great parents. What are three of the most impactful things that they've shared with you so far with navigating your career that you carry with you every?
Your young life. How about your young life?
Yeah, your young life.
He ain't got no career.
Yeah, he ain't got a career yet. Well, he's number one. He's got somebody sees the future. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to put their business all out there, but one of them for sure is that my mom was a young parent, and I feel like her being a young parent, it must have been very hard. So I know, like, when I'm conditioning, I'm running, I'm conditioning, and I start to think, I'm tired. And the thought of my mom being tired and her not giving up just off the simple fact that she had to raise her kids, then that really just pushed me to go the extra step.
Nice.
Another is my dad. My dad didn't have the best childhood growing up. So I know that teaches me not to take everything for granted, because the football stuff sound good, but if God wanted to, it could all be going just like that. So me not taking anything for granted is really what keeps me level-headed and grounded. And another one, my parents just being like a well-oiled machine. Like they're perfect for each other. So that just helps me, understand that, like, a team is like, you keep a team good, and then nobody could beat y'all. When you got the best team, then nobody could beat y'all. No matter what. No matter the numbers, no matter how athletic your players are, if you have that team chemistry, you got that team bond, I feel like nobody could beat that. No matter the scores, no matter the record. You could be 0-10 and I'll still look at your team like, y'all got a better team than us.
Now, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I do. I have a brother and a sister.
Who's the oldest?
My sister.
How does she look at you? How does your siblings look at you being the number one guy right now?
Well, really, Oh, my sister. Well, my sister.
You can make a celebrity in the house right now.
Basically, my sister. She just be telling me how, obviously to stay humble and stuff. But she telling me because she's speaking. She said she speaks it into existence. Once I make it, she gonna want to cut it. And I told her I got it. And my brother really he really just tells me how to keep going and stuff like that, and how I got to make everybody proud because, his time is up. He no longer can strap on the pads. And I was like, all right, because he tells me the footsteps he took, he already took them. So if I just listen to him, I feel like I'll be good too. That's what he tells me.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, that's a team. Y'all got a team over there for real.
Yeah,
yes. The team, and then get you a little legal support, and y'all be good.
Yes,
y'all be good. Definitely. Don't forget the legal piece of it.
So I'm gonna ask a question before we wrap up. You speak things into existence. I like the way you say that. I like the way you talked about manifestation. I like the way you talk about family values. Definitely have that beast mindset at such a young age. Mm-hmm. And I think you are a prime example of the future of what technology can do, what a great support system can do. If you had to speak into existence the team you want to play for in the NFL, let me do it the right way. With the first pick of the NFL draft, William Geddis, what team are you going to?
Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, this show is over.
It sounds biased, but I've been like the Baltimore Ravens defense. Like their defense, like they set the tone. Like they got all the great offensive aspects like Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, all of them. But their defense is really the back. They're the back, they're the spine, they're the everything. The defense really sets the tone. I like that. What do you think you would bring to the Ravens if you got drafted right now? And you got to play with Lamar Jackson. What would you bring to that defense right now? I feel like I'll bring that person who can go on the field for 3 snaps and give it all they got. No matter the size, no matter the score. 3 snaps and I feel like I'll be that type of person. Who's your favorite linebacker? Give me the top 3. All right, so no, I'm going to give you 5 because you can't give 3. You're right. Okay, so Roquan Smith, Baltimore Ravens. Who's the first one? Roquan Smith. Okay. Michael Parsons. Well, if we're putting Micah, if we're moving him from edge and putting him at linebacker, he's number 1. Okay. All right, and then you got Roquan Smith, and then you got Fred Warner. Okay. And like now or all time? All time. All right. Fred Warner, and then you got Ray Lewis. Okay. And for my 5th one, I'm probably gonna put it's between 2 guys. Cause Abdul Carter, he's an edge, so I'm not even gonna put him in this conversation. Luke Kuechly. I don't even know how to Luke Kuechly. Yes. I haven't heard that name in a long time, but he is a excellent linebacker. Yeah. So
and I'm sitting here going, okay, I don't know. Hey Lewis, that name sounds familiar, but okay.
So before we wrap up, what advice would you? Let me let you ask the question. You whisper in my ear advice.
No, what could you either a word of inspiration or some advice that you could give to some young men who aspire to be great in sports, athletics, whatever. And it doesn't have to be football, but what could you say to them that could maybe inspire them or give them a word of encouragement to be able to move forward?
I probably tell them, if this is your dream, then you shouldn't let nobody get in the way of your dreams. I feel like when I'm on the field, this might sound a little bad, but I'm willing to crush other people's dreams just to get in mine. And I feel like you having that type of mindset, you got to have the mindset no matter what you do. I feel like you got to have that mindset when you cutting the grass, when you in the classroom, you just got to give 100%. I feel like if you consistently give 100% of everything you do, then there should be no problem with you giving 100% on the field. So
that's that beast mindset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I feel like, so you keep going, you keep your people close, the people in mind close, and I feel like you keep going, the sky's the limit.
How can the viewers reach out to you and follow your career?
Instagram and Twitter. Yes, Twitter.
Twitter
Yes.
and Instagram. What's your handle?
Instagram is WG99 __, and my Twitter is capital W William capital G Geddis 00.
Let's close out with a friend of ours. What's the relationship with you and Mr. Allen?
Allen has been a close family friend for as long as I can remember. He's always been there for me, my aunt, my mom, and he's the guy. He's the guy. I can't lie. He's the guy.
Okay. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for taking time to come onto the show. We definitely want to have you come back. We want to follow your journey, your career. Guys, make sure you reach out, support. All it takes is a click to change somebody's life or to make a difference in your own life. I'd like to thank my co-host, always my co-host.
My pleasure.
We can't never break the bond for being here.
We
And
can't break up. We can't.
can the viewers reach out to you? Because you're doing your own thing before we wrap up.
Absolutely. All social media channels at branding, the number 4 success, at branding for success.
How can they get
Across all channels. And we're going to change yours too. So it's one thing across all channels. Consistency in your brand, young man.
Okay.
You need to read the book. He needs
Reputation to reward.
Yeah,
We'll get him one. You'll get his number. I'll send him the book. How about that?
Okay, with
There you
that
go.
said, ladies and gentlemen,
And thanks, Mom, for allowing us to interview your son and being a part of this with us. You have a great, I mean, I'm just loving him. So young, so well spoken,
most definitely.
humble, but yet so articulate, and just he's got the it factor. You guys take this and I mean, take it all the way to the top for sure. You got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another
Episode.
exciting.
Oh, it's
no,
exciting. Episode
of
the Andre The Beast Crayton.